Sentenced to Be a Hero just came out with the first episode. It was 58 minutes, and we're gonna talk about it. So, what do you think?
I thought it was okay, man. I'm not a typical fan of the kind of animation that was done on it. I think it's called like Splash Art maybe or something like that. Might have to look that up, or somebody put some in the comments, let me know what it's called. But there are some things I did like, some things I didn't like, man. The things I did like was the telepath communication. They was talking through their neck or something like that, man. I thought that was pretty cool. Also like how the hero's not treated like a typical hero from every other anime, especially like Isekai and stuff like that. He was actually treated with disdain and anger. They really couldn't stand him. You know what I mean? There's gonna be some more story to that, I hope. And the full scale battle was amazing. The actual combat when they was fighting, I was locked in because the first like 20 minutes or so, I was kind of like, this really ain't it. But once the battle started, I was like, oh man, this is like, oh. The other things I didn't like, I didn't care that he had a dagger. I thought that was kind of lame. He's this big bad behind dude, and he's walking around with an exploding dagger. So I'm like, no, I couldn't care for that. And then calling the overgrown frogs fairies, I don't really care for that either. The demons spawn are called fairies. Like that really kind of downplays
Yeah.
the evil of the demon lord's army calling them fairies. Like, oh my gosh, the fairies. Like who cares if they're fairies? And then that the frogs just pretty much looked like they were infested with herpes or something. I mean, the whole blight thing really didn't do it. All in all, man, the hour premiere was a good call. I think if they would have broke it down into like only like 23 minutes or so, most animes do. I wouldn't have got enough to actually review anything or to even say if I like it or dislike it. I kind of like I think his name is like Dota or something in there, the stealing guy. I think he's gonna be pretty funny. He's probably gonna be the comic
He
relief
gets some.
of the show. He's soft, but I think it's gonna be good, man. Something else that I really didn't care for. I thought the goddess's powers were underwhelming at best. I was expecting something more of a spectacle, something more shiny, I guess. And it was just, I can give you some swords, man. She it's pretty much just like what's her name from Naruto that has all the swords and stuff. I can't think of her name right now. She was with Shikamaru.
You thinking 10
Yeah,
10?
yeah, she's a Tintin goddess. So I wasn't really impressed with that, man. But the potential government corruption that might be there, I'm a fan of stuff like that, just to see how it kind of flips and see how they kind of like screwed him over to sentence him to death or whatever and bring it back. Sorry guys, it's a review. If you ain't seen it, you better see it. But I am curious to see how it develops. I doubt it'll be like one of the best anime this year or anything like that, but I think the development of the story is really gonna make it or break it for me. And I wasn't actually expecting, it wasn't the villain I was expecting. I thought it was going to be he just did some outlandish stuff, like he killed the princess or he robbed the king, something like that. Not just, he was a holy knight that did the right thing and got screwed over. I didn't see that coming, so that might be kind of interesting, man. But all in all, if I had to give this anime a number based off of the very first episode, I would say it's probably a solid 5 for me. What you
All right, here we go. So I was hyped for this one because I know it's got one of the people that did the animation for Jabba's Reincarnation, and I like that anime. I think the animation looks really good. So for me, I think what kind of sums it up for me is, and I wrote it down, is the speculation. Or no, I said spectacle over substance. Or did I say it like that? I don't know what
Either
I
way,
said.
that was good.
Yeah, spectacle over story is what I said. So it throws you right into a battle for like 50 minutes. And they explain stuff through the battle. But for me, like, what makes a battle important or interesting is you understand who the characters are at least a little bit. You get the feel for the stakes. I was like, if everybody in the anime died off episode 1, I wouldn't care. Because I don't know these
Hold on,
people.
Dota was my dude, man. Hold on. Little
I mean,
stealing
he
guy.
got on my nerves. Sticky Finger having half of the problems was his fault. So he got on my nerves. But yes, I mean it looked really, really nice. Like even the squirrel in the very opening scene, I was like, yo, that is a detailed animated squirrel. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So it looked good. I mean, and I do kind of like sometimes the fact that the animes where it's, they're more of a force of nature versus like usually it's the demon, like, because we just finished watching Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic.
It's good show. It's good show.
Whereas they're fighting a demon lord or whatever, and these demon lords aren't really, at least it hasn't been proved to be yet, intelligent, calculating, thinking figures. It's more of like a force of nature, more of like a storm or something like that, or a disease, like you said, they got herpes or something. So I think that is kind of fascinating. And then you find, just like everything else, while this is going on, the real villain is man. that's done. I mean, Attack on Titan from season 2 on kind of did that kind of same thing. So that's that. I didn't really like the fact that they kept telling you. I like when I like storytelling. I like you to show me. Don't keep telling me. So you could show me what the end of the first episode showed me what I needed to know instead of them kept telling me a lot of times, if you die, you know you're going to keep coming back with less than you were before. You sure you want to do that? They kept saying it, and I was like, don't tell me that. Don't keep telling me that. Show it to me. Show somebody who's like, he came back for the third time and this was him one. You know what I'm saying? Like that makes a better story to me. And again, because we're in the middle of this big, huge episode spanning battle, I don't know them. I don't care. So, I mean, that's the thing for me. I mean, it was great. It was fun. It was exciting. But ultimately, I think I just didn't care. I mean, it kind of felt like Suicide Squad. Like,
I can see that.
Even with the things where it's like they show their necks and it's like, oh, their probably heads will probably blow off. So, I mean, I guess if I had to think about it, let me see. I said zombie apocalypse. It kind of felt like, if I had to say it was Suicide Squad meets a little bit of Guts, because he tried to give me that light, that Diet Guts energy with a little bit of Naofumi from Shield Hero, with a little bit of Attack on Titan for the political intrigue, I guess. Second season on, along with, I guess you consider the Titans like a force or whatever. Sure. And then a little bit of, so the power of the goddess, that's, I think the word is noble phantasm. I hadn't watched Fate in a while. So a little bit of Diet Gilgamesh as well. Because that's what his is he has all these cool swords and it just looks cooler. I mean, and there's a new season of Fate out this season too. So I may watch that to see that, because Gilgamesh is my dude. I don't really care a lot for the Fate franchise, but I like Gilgamesh. He's crazy. So I said that. I do like some of the relationships, and that was kind of cool. But I mean, overall, first 2 episodes. So I think because of that, I'm going to give it a little bit of time. I was watching it with my wife, or Kim, for you. And as soon as she finished it, she was like, that's a no for me, dog. But and then we talked about it, and she kind of came to the same conclusion. It was like that you just felt tired from the battle, really. Yeah. And
there was no substance on fight, basically.
Yeah, I mean, and that's hype for a spectacle, because it felt like you remember in Demon Slayer, the movie, the recent one, where they're falling into the castle and everybody's fighting, and they're fighting these low-level demons before they get to the upper moons or whoever they're gonna fight. They're 1v1s or 2v1s or whatever. Like, it felt like that beginning scene for like 50 minutes.
Yeah, I can see that.
And like, it's cool for a little while, but it's like, come on. All right, here we go. And then and I think to me it's more of a pacing story layout kind of thing. Had you gave me like fight, show what happens to him. Maybe like you could kind of show it to me right after the knights roll up on him the first time, when they show that disdain for him. And you said you didn't catch it. I caught it right off. I was like, you know what? This is going to be one of those people that did the wrong thing for the right reasons, and he got punished for it. They railroaded him. Seen it happen to me. You could tell in his demeanor that that's the kind of person that he was. Knew he was a knight at some point in time. I didn't really care about how bad the knights hated them. You know what I mean? Like, I get that they didn't like them, and I was fine like when they rolled up and didn't like them, but they just made sure you stayed alive, homie. You could at least be a little bit of gratitude. You can show a little bit of gratitude. I mean, it ain't that much hate in the world. Like, you could be a blood puddle right now.
Yeah.
And you would have been a blood puddle based on how these things were going. But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna give it another episode or two, but the first episode looked the part. It just didn't entertain me as far as story-wise.
Yeah.
So if I had to give it a score, I'd give animation high, maybe 7, 8. I had to look at it again. Story, like 3, 4, maybe. Maybe there really wasn't much story there, so I say 2, 3. I take about 3, 4 down to 2, 3.
Yeah, well, hopefully it builds up, man. I don't know if we'll review it when it's over or not, but we'll see what goes on.
So what we'll do is we can come back next up. We'll give it a 3 episodes. So that was 2 episodes. We'll give it a 3 traditional. So by episode 3, which would technically be episode 4, we'll make a decision if we're going to keep sticking with it or we're going to pass it.
I agree. That sounds fair.
Yeah.
Hopefully it builds up.
Yep. So we'll be back. We'll try to get it out. This came out on Monday right after the episode. We'll try to do the same thing next time.
I like it. And hey, if y'all seen it already, man, or looking forward to seeing it, Put something in the comments, man. Tell me what y'all thought about it. Who's a fan of Dota, man? Who's a fan of the Thief, man? Y'all put something in the comments. That's my guy right there. Y'all let us know.
If you read the manga, how they do the pacing for you, let me know that. I'd like to know how the two compare. So definitely let me know that. And with that, we'll see you guys next time. We out.